sanctuary was empty. Last amen had faded down the hall. Dust hung like ghosts beneath the stained glass. Shadows stretched across the altar wall. I sat alone beside an old wooden pew with every word they'd said stuck in my head. Didn't have a sermon, didn't have the answers, just bowed my heart and whispered instead, God, if you can hear me through the noise, teach my restless heart to know your voice. There was static in the choir, but heaven still came through. Their voices sounded louder, his voice sounded true. They threw their stones like scripture, tried to tell me what God knew, but mercy broke the silence like the morning breaking through. They can shout until they're tired, they can judge what they don't know. There was static in the choir, but I heard him through it all. Somewhere Sunday smiles like karma, some hide sharp words behind a prayer. They'll measure every scar you're carrying, like grace was theirs alone to share. I spent too long chasing their approval, trying to be holy in their eyes, till I learned faith ain't built on people's whispers, and truth don't need a crowd to testify. When condemnation filled the room, a quieter voice cut straight on through. There was static in the choir, but heaven still came through. The voices sounded louder, his voice sounded true. They threw their stones like scripture, tried to tell me what God knew, but mercy broke the silence like the morning breaking through. They can shout until they're tired, they can judge what they don't know. There was static in the choir, but I heard him through it all. I don't need their permission to fall down on my knees. I don't need their definition of what redemption means. God knows every broken chapter, every battle, every bruise. And when 100 voices tell me I'm too far gone to use, I remember that empty church, that lonely wooden pew. When everybody else was gone, he stayed, and I finally knew. There was static in the choir, but heaven still came through. Their voices sounded louder, his voice sounded true. Let him talk about my failures, I've got nothing left to prove, 'cause grace was never theirs to give, and it ain't theirs to remove. Now the organ shaking rafters, and my soul ain't scared no more. There was static in the choir, but heaven drowned it out. Heaven came through. Let the whole world make its noise. I know the shepherd's voice. There was static in the choir.